Hey fellow writers, in this video I'm going to talk about IngramSpark, and specifically what I'm going to cover is who is IngramSpark, what are the pros and cons of publishing with them. I'm going to show you a screen walkthrough on how you can upload your book to their publishing platform, and then finally I'm going to give you a few do's and don'ts on working with IngramSpark. Before I get started on this video, I want to invite you to check out a writer's workshop that I've got on my website. If you go to the description for this video, you'll find a link to a workshop called Jumpstart Writing Your Book. And this workshop is designed specifically to get you moving if you're writing your first book. So click on that link, check out the workshop, and hopefully it'll help you write your first book. IngramSpark is a division of a company called Ingram Content Group. And Ingram Content Group is a huge US-based company that focuses on getting books into the hands of readers. And IngramSpark is their division that works with self-published authors to help you get your book distributed. The biggest pro of IngramSpark is their distribution network. They have a very broad distribution network, and they can get you into bookstores and libraries and other places that Amazon's KDP and other distributors can't get you into. They also have multiple formats for books that they offer. So you can do an ebook, you can do a paperback, and you can do a hardcover. Whereas Amazon currently doesn't offer hardcovers through KDP, IngramSpark does. They have very high quality printing for their books. I've seen a lot of reviews where authors and people in the publishing business will assess different print qualities of different books, and IngramSpark is consistently at the top of that. Most of the other print-on-demand suppliers, like Amazon's KDP, do print very high quality books. IngramSpark is just always at the top of the list in terms of quality. And then finally, they have a global reach. They can get you into countries where a lot of distributors currently don't provide service. Their list of distributors includes places like retailers and libraries and schools and e-commerce companies. They do distribute to Amazon. I do recommend, as I'm going to show you later in this video, publish your book on Amazon first, and I'll show you why, and then publish on IngramSpark. So I wouldn't use IngramSpark to get into Amazon. I would use IngramSpark to get into the other locations. Those locations include IngramSpark does distribute to Barnes & Noble, independent booksellers, Walmart, Target. So if you want your book in all of those locations, IngramSpark is a good place to upload your book. One of the biggest disadvantages of IngramSpark is they do charge you for self-publishing. Whereas most self-publishing platforms will set your book up for free, IngramSpark charges $49 to set up your book. And that does cover you for both the paperback and the ebook format. So for $49, you can get both paperback and ebook set up in their system. And then they charge you $25 every time you make a change to your book. Most self-publishing platforms don't charge you for changes that you make. So if you notice a typo and you want to upload a revised version of your book, if you want to make a change to your book cover, if you want to make any changes to the book files, then IngramSpark will charge you $25 every time you make a change. They also don't have as good a customer service as you'll get from Amazon's KDP, Draft2Digital, or other platforms. They just seem to lag behind in terms of their response times and how well they answer the questions that you might have. They also tend to offer lower profit rates per book. So when you factor in all of their costs, their royalty rates, their commissions, you tend to make less money per book sold on IngramSpark than you will on per book sold on KDP or other platforms. I think it's still worth it to publish on IngramSpark because they will get you incremental sales. You just won't make as much profit per sale as you will on the other platforms. Now let's go into the IngramSpark site. When you go to their homepage, and it's just ingramspark.com, you will see a choice if you scroll down that is Get Started on Publishing a Book. If you click on that button, it will take you to a place where you can choose which package you're going to sign up for. You can either sign up for a $49 print and ebook, or you can pay $49 just to set up your print book. So if you have your ebook ready, there's really no reason to do print only. Go ahead and do both ebook and print. If you just want to publish on ebooks, they will do that. It's a $25 setup, but honestly, they are so advantaged on print books. I would go with the print option for them. If you're just doing ebook, you might want to skip IngramSpark and go to Draft2Digital or a different platform. IngramSpark just doesn't have that expansive of an ebook distribution system. They're much better at print. If you already have an account, click on the login button and that will take you straight to a screen where you can set up your book title. If you don't have an account yet, then click on the Publish Now button. That will take you to a place where you can create an account. It's a very simple process. Enter in your information, it'll create your account. Then you can go on to create your book. To add a book that you want to publish with IngramSpark, just click on the titles link on the menu, and then that'll open up a choice where you can choose Add Titles, and then pick the print and ebook option. That'll unlock a window that shows you different options. You can either say, yes, I have my files ready, or no, I don't have my files ready yet. I just want to start the process. So if you already have your files ready, click on that button. That will allow you to check these little checkboxes. What IngramSpark wants to do is they want to make sure that you have your files ready in the right format. And the formats they require are for the print cover and the print interior, they want PDF formats. And if you watch my video on how to format your print book, it shows you how to convert your files to PDFs. For the ebook, they want your ebook cover to be a JPEG file. And if you have a designer designing your book, they'll know exactly what a JPEG file is. If you're designing it yourself, hopefully you know what a JPEG file is. And then they do require that the file you're using for your ebook content be in an EPUB format. If you haven't watched my video on how to format your ebook, go back and watch that, and that explains how to convert your book into an EPUB file. Once you've confirmed that you have all of those files ready in the right format, it will let you choose, really there's one option, which is make your book available globally, and then you click on that button and you can hit continue. That'll take you to where you can start entering information about your book. And you enter information like what's the title, what's the ISBN. If you don't have an ISBN yet, then you can get a free one from IngramSpark. If you're not sure whether or not to get a free one or to use one yourself that you purchased yourself, then go back and watch my ISBN video, and that explains the advantages of using a free ISBN from the publisher or getting your own ISBN, which makes you the publisher, and then they'll just be the distributor. IngramSpark does a pretty good job of having the little question marks next to each thing that they want you to input. And if you click on that little question mark button, that will open up an explanation of what they want you to put in that input field. The rest of the process is fairly straightforward. You just enter in the information about your book in terms of title and author and the other, what they call title information. Then you enter in the print specific information. So how do you want to communicate what's in the print book? And then you enter in the ebook information, you upload your files, you validate that the files were uploaded properly, you make a payment to them because they do have that setup fee, and then you complete the process. It's fairly straightforward. And again, anytime you have a question, you just can click on the little question mark symbol, and that'll give you an explanation of what IngramSpark is looking for in that input field. Here are a few do's and don'ts when it comes to working with IngramSpark. First, I recommend you publish with Amazon's KDP first. And the reason I do that is I make more profit per book going through Amazon's KDP. So I want Amazon to hit the distribution that it can hit where I'm making more money per book. Then I recommend you go to IngramSpark next. And that way your book gets in distribution through Amazon, and then IngramSpark fills in the places that aren't buying your book through Amazon's system. What you don't want to do, or at least I don't recommend doing, is starting with IngramSpark, because if they get distribution on your book first, then you're going to end up getting a lower profit per book than you would if Amazon got to those booksellers first. I do recommend that you compare the profit per book on the different platforms where you're publishing those books. The amount of profit per book you make is going to be different based on what print size you use for your book, how many pages it is, what royalty rates the different publishers offer. So you want to calculate for each publisher, for each format, where you're going to make the most money. And that way you can drive traffic to the provider that's going to generate the most profit for you. What you don't want to do is you don't want to drive traffic to a low profit provider. So if you do the calculation and you make less money on IngramSpark than you do on Amazon, tell people to buy your book on Amazon. If it's reversed, then see if you can generate more sales through IngramSpark. Another thing to do is consider using the free ISBN number that IngramSpark will provide. If you already have paid for an ISBN number that you own yourself, you can use it for IngramSpark. If you haven't paid for one, you can use IngramSpark's free version. And finally, with IngramSpark, you don't want to make a lot of changes to your book after you've published it. Or if you are making a lot of changes, try and bundle them together. So if you're going to change your cover, you're going to correct a few typos, you're going to add some paragraphs, you're going to delete some paragraphs, do it all at once. And that way you're not hit with one $25 fee after another, after another, after another. That starts to add up. The action steps for this video include create an IngramSpark account, publish your paperback and your ebook on IngramSpark, and then you can publish a hardcover book. And that's completely up to you. Personally, I don't publish hardcover because very few people buy books in hardcover. If you, for some reason, want one, you can get a hardcover option. You don't have to get an ISBN for it if you're just going to have IngramSpark print it and give it to you. If you want them to distribute it where it's going to be sold, then you will have to get a separate ISBN for the hardcover version. And again, I don't do hardcovers just because it doesn't really pay back. You might want to get hardcovers for personal reasons or just so you have that option available. It's really up to you. Those are the action steps. Hopefully this helps you understand IngramSpark a little bit better. And again, I really like IngramSpark. For me, it's a really good place to publish after you've published on Amazon's KDP. Now, don't forget to check out that link that's in the description for this video. It will take you to my writing workshop on how to jumpstart writing your book. And if you like this video and you want to see more of them, hit that subscribe button. Best wishes, and I hope this video helps you. Happy writing.